You didn't collapse. You didn't feel a sharp pain, but something is quietly changing inside. Maybe stairs feel steeper than they used to. Maybe your heartbeat feels just a little too fast, or too soft, or maybe you wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Most people just say, it's age. But what if your heart is whispering for help before it's too late? There's one simple thing that many seniors are missing. Not a new drug, not a surgery, but something your body once made naturally, vitamin D. This one quiet nutrient may be the key to stronger blood vessels, steadier heartbeats, and even 10 more years of life. So in today's video, we're not just talking about a vitamin, we're talking about hope, about healing, and about giving your heart a second chance gently, naturally, and wisely. Stay with us, because your best years might still be ahead. If you found this video helpful, press 1 to let us know you're with us. And if you have anything you'd like to share, feel free to leave a comment below. We always listen with care. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It's our honor to walk with you on this journey toward a healthier, more peaceful, and more fulfilling life. 1. The silent deficiency that weakens the heart. Sometimes, the most dangerous problems are the quietest ones. They don't bring alarms. They don't cause sudden pain. They just wear you down. That's what vitamin D deficiency does to your heart. Most people think of vitamin D as the bone vitamin, but in reality, it plays a critical role in your cardiovascular system, the network that keeps every cell in your body alive. You might not feel it at first, but without enough vitamin D, your heart slowly starts to strain. Its rhythm may become irregular, its muscle fibers weaken over time, the arteries stiffen, blood pressure begins to rise. All this can happen in silence. Many seniors wake up feeling off, not sick, just tired, slower, a little heavier in the chest. And they say to themselves, I guess this is just what aging feels like. But what if it's not just age? What if it's a missing piece of a nutrient your body once produced easily, now slowly fading with the years? You see, vitamin D helps regulate calcium balance in the blood, which affects how your heart contracts. It also reduces chronic inflammation, a major silent factor behind many heart conditions like atherosclerosis, arrhythmia, and even heart failure. According to researchers at Harvard and the National Institutes of Health, low vitamin D levels are linked to up to a 60% higher risk of heart disease in seniors. That number isn't just science, it's people, it's grandparents, it's a long marriage. It's lives that might have felt just a little more full if only someone had noticed the deficiency sooner. But here's where hope enters the picture. Unlike many heart problems, vitamin D deficiency is easy to detect. A simple blood test is all it takes. And even better, it's easy to fix gently, naturally, and without expensive medication in many cases. This is what makes it so powerful and so tragic when ignored, because something so preventable should never be what silently weakens the very thing keeping you alive. Your heart doesn't always shout when it needs help. Sometimes it whispers. And those whispers sound like shortness of breath on mild exertion, feeling tired even after rest, unexplained mood swings or sadness, occasional chest tightness, not pain, just a strange awareness, and most commonly, the feeling that something just isn't quite right. If that sounds familiar, don't ignore it. Don't dismiss it as just getting old. Listen, because your body is wise, and often, its quietest signals are its most urgent ones. In the next section, we'll explore exactly what happens inside your heart when vitamin D is missing and why time matters. 2. What happens to the heart? Without enough vitamin D, you may not feel it today, but inside your chest, your heart is working harder than it should. When your body doesn't have enough vitamin D, your heart muscle doesn't contract as efficiently. The vessels that carry your blood become more rigid, and your blood pressure quietly, steadily rises. Without enough of this nutrient, your heart begins to age faster. You feel more tired. You may experience mild chest discomfort or shortness of breath. But again, the signs are so subtle, most people ignore them. Over time, these quiet signals turn into something louder. Research shows that low vitamin D levels are linked to increased risk of high blood pressure, greater chance of arterial plaque buildup, higher incidence of atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat, and in some cases, even heart failure. But here's something you might not expect. This decline doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, silently. Like a leak in the roof until one day, the ceiling caves in, and by the time that one day arrives, it might be too late. That's why understanding the early effects of vitamin D deficiency is so important. Because prevention isn't just better than cure, it's often the only chance we get. So now that you know what happens without enough vitamin D, let's talk about why so many seniors are unknowingly at risk. 3. Why seniors are most at risk for vitamin D deficiency. You may think you're getting enough sunshine, but after 60, your body plays by different rules. As we age, our skin becomes thinner and less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Even if you're outdoors often, your body may only make a fraction of what it used to. And that's just the beginning. Your kidneys, the organs responsible for converting vitamin D into its active form, also slow down with age. So even if you have enough in your system, your body might not be able to use it properly. Add to that common medications like those for blood pressure or cholesterol that interfere with vitamin D absorption, or chronic conditions that limit your mobility and keep you indoors more often. Even sunscreen, while protecting your skin, blocks the rays your body needs to create vitamin D. Now think about this. Many older adults avoid the sun out of caution. They wear long sleeves, wide-brimmed hats, or stay inside most of the day, and rightly so to protect against skin damage. But the result? A silent, growing deficiency. The irony is painful. The very habits meant to keep you safe may quietly deprive your heart of what it needs most. So, while age itself isn't the villain, it does change the game. And unless you understand how, you can't defend your health properly. The good news? Knowledge is power. And the next step is knowing where to get enough vitamin D safely and effectively. That's what we'll explore next. 4. The safest, most effective ways to boost vitamin D. Here's the good news. You don't need to move to Florida. You don't need to lie in the sun for hours. And you definitely don't need to guess in the dark. Getting enough vitamin D after 60 can be simple if you know where to start. Step 1. Sunlight, but smarter. Just 10 to 15 minutes of gentle morning sun on your arms and face, 3 to 4 times a week, can help your body produce vitamin D without burning your skin. Early light is softer, safer, and enough for many seniors to see real benefits. Sit by a window, garden in the morning, take a walk before 10 a.m. Step 2. Eat the sunshine. Some foods naturally contain or are fortified with vitamin D. Add these to your meals. Fatty fish like salmon or sardines, egg yolks, fortified dairy or oat milk, mushrooms exposed to sunlight. Step 3. Supplement wisely. If your doctor finds your levels are low, they may recommend a supplement, but don't just grab any bottle. Too much vitamin D can be harmful, especially to your kidneys. The safest path? Get a blood test. Talk to your doctor, and take only what's needed. Because your goal isn't just more vitamin D, it's balance, it's healing, it's letting your heart breathe easy again. So, how do you know it's working? Let's take a look at the gentle signs your heart is getting stronger. 5. How to tell if your heart is healing. Healing doesn't always shout. Sometimes it shows up in quiet little victories. If your vitamin D levels are improving and your heart is getting what it needs, there are subtle but powerful signs to look for. You may notice your energy returns more steadily throughout the day. Climbing stairs doesn't feel as hard. Your heartbeat becomes more stable, less fluttery, less anxious. You sleep deeper, longer, and wake up more refreshed. Even your mood may feel lighter, calmer, more optimistic. These aren't just random improvements. Vitamin D plays a role in regulating mood, supporting nerve function, and reducing inflammation, all of which impact how your heart and body feel day to day. One senior described it best. It was like my body stopped struggling and started cooperating again. But remember, this isn't magic. It's gentle science. And the effects build up slowly, like layers of strength returning to a tired muscle. So if you're seeing these changes, it's not in your head, it's your heart saying, "Thank you." That's the beauty of natural healing. It honors your rhythm, not rushes it. And once you feel this shift, you'll want to protect it. But the benefits of vitamin D don't stop at your heart. Let's take a moment to see where else this sunshine vitamin quietly works wonders. 6. The wider benefits of vitamin D after 60. What if I told you that one little vitamin touches almost every part of your well-being? Vitamin D isn't just about bones. It's not just about your heart either. This sunshine nutrient is a quiet multitasker supporting dozens of body systems, especially as we age. Here's what it can help you with. Stronger bones. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, reducing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. Sharper mind. Studies show that low levels are linked to memory decline and brain fog. Better immunity. It helps regulate immune cells, lowering your chances of infections. Blood sugar control. It may improve insulin sensitivity. Reducing diabetes risk. Mood support. It helps balance serotonin, which can ease symptoms of anxiety and depression. Muscle strength. It supports nerve signals, helping muscles contract better and prevent falls. It's incredible, isn't it? That something so small, so overlooked, can influence everything from how you walk to how you feel emotionally. Think of it this way. Vitamin D is like oil in a machine. Without it, everything grinds. With it, the body moves smoothly, calmly, and strongly, just as it was meant to. But like oil, too much can be dangerous. Let's take a moment to understand why balance matters more than abundance. Let's pause here, not to end, but to reflect. Because if you've stayed with us until now, it means something within you is awake. It means you still care, not just about living longer, but about living deeper. You see, life after 60 is not a fading light. It's a softer flame, steadier, wiser, and more beautiful than many ever expected. Maybe no one warned you how lonely this stage of life could feel, how your energy would change, or how your body might whisper new limits each day. But here's what no one tells you enough. Your worth has not decreased. Your life is not slowing down. It's shifting, and it's asking you to tune in, not give up. That's what this video has been about. Not just a vitamin, but a mindset. A reminder that healing doesn't always come with big breakthroughs. Sometimes, it arrives gently like sunlight through a window, like laughter over coffee, like your heart beating a little easier. Vitamin D is one piece of that healing. A quiet supporter. It won't erase all challenges, but it can support your strength, steady your heart, and restore a small but mighty part of the life you still want to live. It's easy to overlook the basics. Easy to say, I'm too old to change now. But that's not true. You're never too old to listen to your body, never too old to nourish your health, never too old to matter. In fact, your awareness now is your superpower. Because you've lived long enough to know what truly matters: peace, connection, purpose, and the joy of waking up knowing you've still got something beautiful to give. So here's what we hope you'll take away: that a small step like getting your vitamin D checked can make a big difference. That your choices, no matter how quiet, still carry power. That your health isn't behind you, it's still in your hands. And that even now, your story is still being written. So, open your windows. Let the light in. Call a friend. Cook a meal that nourishes not just your stomach, but your soul. And above all, keep choosing life. Not just existence. Not just survive. But real living. Because we believe in you. And we're honored to walk beside you. If this video gave you something hope, knowledge, or simply a breath of calm, we'd love for you to subscribe. Not because we need numbers, but because maybe you need reminders that you're not alone, that others care, that your light is still needed. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your heart. And thank you for still showing up, even now.